Welcome to Holding Space. Michael Zen is a visual producer and creative photographer using his imaginative visionary energy to channel Zen and hold space for spiritual and innovative discussion. Each episode creates a supportive, accepting, and open environment that allows exploration and expertise to come together with engaging and entertaining convergence. With guest and community all helping the shape of the way, Michael is grateful to be together to hold space. Now here is your host of Holding Space, Michael Zen.
Oh, I was there before, but I must have removed myself, and now I'm here. Here's your host of Holding Space, Michael Zen. Here I am holding space. See, that's what I'm doing right here. It is Tuesday. It is 9:00. If that is the truth for you, that means you're watching this show live. So please just type in hashtag live into the comments. What that does is it tickles the algorithm, tells YouTube and Facebook and whatever platform we're on a bunch of them, that there's something cool going on and that it should pay attention. But you guys are here already paying attention. So thank you so much for showing up. Arnie Layton, first one right here in the front row. I love it. I'm going to be talking to Arnie on the live stream of consciousness on Thursday. I'm excited about that. And I'll be talking about that a little bit later as well. But here we are on the Sacred Spiral Network. So a little bit of business is shouting out the Sacred Spiral Network, an amazing place to find amazing light, amazing people who share their light, amazing people who just have some great stories and connections with energy and source and lots of things, fantastic realms and all of that stuff. So shout out to Kelly Brickle and Jennifer Rose and Lynn Junot and all of the wonderful souls there. Suri Sawyer, oh my God, so many new friends. It's been amazing. It's been kind of a merger of my world and the Sacred Spiral world, bringing Grace Grella over. And now I hear Brian Lahr is going to have a show, which is amazing. Just an amazing, amazing community of amazing stuff. So thank you for being here. And big shout out right now, just popped up. I wasn't going to do this right away. I was going to do my breathing first, but she popped up. Look who's here. Grandma Jules. Jules is somebody who listens to the Sacred Spiral Network, found my show while listening to Jennifer Rose's show. And we just made an instantaneous connection. She sent me an email after, this was about a couple of months ago, regarding a experience that she had, and she actually had it on film. Had her on the show. We watched the film. It was an experience with her grandfather during sleep. It was just so amazing. But the reason I want to give Jules an incredible shout out today is because I received a box in the mail today, like this big, and I didn't even know you could do this, but this box was full of unconditional love. That's what Jules is all about. I mean, literally, and I didn't even know this, she has a company that she makes these treats. So I just, again, a moment of shouting out Jules. This was the envelope that was sitting in the top of the box, just looking at me, smiling. I opened up the box, and then there was myself smiling back at me in the box. I'm like, what is this? This is nuts. And then in the box was so many different treats. There were these amazing cookies. I don't even know what there's, like 4 or 5 different kinds of these cookies. There's a couple of these loaves. Grandma Jules kitchen. Grandma Jules kitchen right there. There's muffins. There's truffles. There's just so much amazing stuff here. So Jules, thank you so much. And of course, there was this Squishmallow kitty in there as well. I cannot put into words how special you made me feel, Jules, and how amazing it was to receive this. So thank you. Holding space, for being there to allow Jules and I to cross paths. So that was great. Again, thank you, Jules. I see Kelly Brickle out there. I see Jennifer Rose is out there. I see Evelyn is out there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see Kim is out there. Yes, Grandma Jules, amazing. Amazing. Talk about making a guy feel really good. Thank you. And also, I don't have the huge jar of granola with dragonflies in it because Janice loves dragonflies. There was a bunch of dragonflies all throughout the box. Again, cannot say enough. All right, I've given Jules my shout out. I have a lot to cover tonight. I'm excited about my guest, but I also still have to kind of welcome you guys, and we have to breathe together, right? Excuse me. So let's do that real quick. Bringing to the center stage, Sage, my singing bowl. And we will take 3 breaths in together. If you forgot how, I'll teach you once again. It's in through the nose. It's a little pause at the top, and it's a intentional release, an intentional push out of anything you don't need. Any moment you had, think of any moment you had today where a guy cut you off or you stubbed your toe or something. Let go of it. It's gone. It's a moment you don't need. Jules definitely does rock. And I see Melissa out there. What's up, Melissa? Awesome, awesome. Sacred Spiral Network says, thank you, Jules. Yes, thank you, Jules. Anyway, all right, here we go. We're going to do 3 breaths together. We're going to ground. We're going to start the show. We're going to feel good. So here we go with Sage, and start the breath in with your nose. And release. Take another one in. And push it out intentionally. Push it out. Get rid of it. Last one together. So good. Breathing. Breathing. The simplest, most fun, most amazing thing you can do. Anyway, so here we are. Tuesday, December, what is it? The 16th. Oh my goodness. The end of the year is approaching fast. The holiday season is among us, upon us. So Kelly Brickle has been booking my guests for me, and I have been meeting the most incredible people who are connected to the Sacred Spiral Network. Tonight's guest is no different. She's got her own podcast, and we're going to talk all about all of the wonderful things that she does. She wrote 2 amazing books, all of this stuff. I cannot wait to talk to Karen Bonofiglio. Welcome in space.
Thank you, Michael. What an introduction. Seriously.
Well, it's true. This place has just done wonders for my soul, and the people that I've been meeting have all just held such incredible light and love, as you can see by the gift that arrived at my door today.
Oh my gosh. Everybody needs a Grandma Jules. I'm not kidding.
Seriously,
That's
seriously, she's
love.
seriously amazing. And again, like the relationship that we have, she wrote to me saying, I just felt this unconditional love from you. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that. I feel like I am that, and I like that. And she is like the ultimate reflection of that, which is awesome. I think that's amazing when you can meet someone and find your reflection in that person
and have that connection. I know.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the breathing before we started. That was a nice touch.
Oh, you know what? That means so much to me, because often I'm like, am I just doing that for myself? Like, are people appreciating that? Thank you. It means a lot to me that you say that. It's amazing to me that in just 3 breaths, like less than 60 seconds, you just can remind yourself like how amazingly simple it can be to just ground yourself in a moment. You know what I mean? And that's it. Just ground yourself. So that's why I do it. I like to put us all on the same page. So thank you for appreciating that.
I did. I needed to be grounded.
So I've actually seen you a couple of times on the Sacred Spiral Network. I've had Nico on my show, and I've seen you working with Nico recently a couple of times. He's pretty amazing to work with.
Yes.
But why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, and then we'll get into the books that you wrote and the show that you have.
Okay. Well, my name's Karen Bonofiglio. I started out life just really, really well in a very, very loving family, very supportive and such. And came to be a school teacher by trade and worked for in the school system about 31, 32 years. During my early life, I have Pollyanna glasses. I always look at the good in the world and the love in the world. And
Okay.
I'll never lose that. I don't care how jaded people can be. I know I won't be that way.
I like that disposition for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I always look for the best. And my parents were lovely, just wonderful people. Well, I went through the school of hard knocks. We all go through lessons in our life that help us evolve and grow. And I married a couple men that were not the best fit for me
Hmm.
and went through that. And along the way, um, I think around 8 years old, I started noticing the gifts that we all have. I remember seeing swirling colors in my bedroom, and my mom never shut me down about the gifts. And my very religious grandma would see her deceased uncle at the end of her bed when someone was going to die. So I started exploring that realm, the spiritual realm, and
Hmm.
taking classes and seeing mediums and taking just, it was like a thirst. It was like a thirst that I couldn't quench. I
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
loved it so much. And I remember James Von Prague told me once at a book signing, I was down on my knees. And that man, I don't know if you've met him,
I haven't.
he can be quite brusque. And and he looked at me and he goes, "Why are you using your gifts?" And I just pulled back and I thought, well, I don't know, twice divorced, teaching. I got a lot on my plate right now. And so started using my gifts. And right now with Nico, I'm working on the trance mediumship.
Hmm.
But then Simon Stone's leading me on another path too. So I don't know what's going to happen to me.
I love that. I love, I love that, and I can totally relate to it because I feel like that's really what put me in this chair, right? Was
Mhm.
the idea that I was meeting so many metaphysically gifted people in different modalities, Akashic records and psychic mediums and channeling, and it all kind of felt and smelled and tasted the same to me, like there was a similarity, between it all. and
Yes.
and and so I just kind of I kind of like you, like I don't use my gift, right? But I've certainly experienced moments where I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there's something there, right? Like I can cross over a realm, you know what I mean? I can be somewhere else. And it's not something that I practice. But I'm aware of it and I'm fascinated with it and I love being around it and I love
Oh.
talking to people. I love One of my good friends is Christopher Allen, and I did a show with him. I was a producer, and he'd have 40, 50 people and do gallery readings. And I just loved being around the gallery readings. I loved the energy that was being exchanged. I
Mhm.
loved the messages that were coming through, like I felt it all. And
It's
you
beautiful.
know, yeah, it's
It's
just
beautiful.
that's it for me. Like I'm more of the um I don't know what you want to call it. Like I'm not like the viewer. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know what you call it. But go ahead. You were saying you started using your gifts.
Started
And
using my
and
gifts, yeah. And then I met my third husband, Carl, and that man, he was such a gift, and I was crazy in love with him, crazy, crazy, crazy in love with him.
Mhm.
And he supported me. He didn't really realize the things that I did, but he supported me, and it was
Okay.
great. Well, he always told me he was going to live to 90, and I thought, oh, Heavenly God, no. And, take me 68 to 72, and I'm 70 now.
Ooh,
So I wanted to go out when I
wow. You look amazing. I would not have even thought close to that.
well, thank you. It's good genes. My parents did not wrinkle. They looked really young when they were older, and dad
Wow.
died at 95 and mom at 90.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
And
Karen, I think it's more than just a physical thing. I mean, there's an energy to, your the conversation that we're having, you know what I mean? You're like, you're there, you're here, you're in it. It's not, I think that's also, there's a very young energy there, you know what I mean?
oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I
yeah.
really do. Well, so I married Carl, and I've never had a love like that. I've never, and except with my dad, I was really close to my dad. And, our relationship evolved. Um, my kids accepted him. I had two kids at the time, and, it was hard on them, but they accepted him. And toward the end, that when my mom and dad started declining, I took care of them for 9 years.
Mm,
I put everything on hold. I had retired from teaching and just took care of them. And it sucked a lot out of me when you're a caregiver to people. But it was the most beautiful thing I could have done in my life, to be with my parents until the end of days.
mhm, mhm,
And so dad died at 95, and I was so close to him. I was so close. I love my dad so much.
mhm,
And then mom was still around. Both of my parents did get dementia. Thank God they never forgot who I was.
mhm,
And I got really good in dealing with people with dementia too.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
And so mom, we put her in foster care, and she died a year after dad did, one day short of his death date.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, during those 9 years of taking care of them, my life with my husband kind of took to the back burner. I was so tired at the end of the day from doing my stuff, their stuff, and
Mhm, mhm,
then, gosh, I got to go home. I would literally crawl into bed at 4 o'clock, pull the covers up, and about 2 hours later, I could get up and have energy. And
mm,
so when mom and dad died, it was a natural progression. And now I could devote myself back to my husband. I
mm.
could be the wife that he married. Well, he died 3 weeks after mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Wow.
Took me to my knees. Took me to
Mhm.
my knees.
Wow.
And I didn't want to live. I wanted to die. And, I thought, selfishly, I thought, oh, my kids will be fine. They're with partners. They'll be fine. Well, they wouldn't have been fine if I died too. That would have been their grandparents, and then their stepdad, and then their mom.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But I decided to stay around for my dogs because they're special needs, and I had to be with them.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty bad. But there's a silver lining in this. Um, I survived on coffee, chocolate, and tequila for a while. And
Mm.
yeah, I started losing my hair. So I decided I probably needed to start eating again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was horrible, Michael.
You sounds like a pretty dark place. And you know what? I'm smiling because I know how the story kind of ends, or at least where it takes us to today, right? And here you are with me in this presence that I mean, a bunch of people in the comments, I don't know if you saw, said there's an amazing, beautiful energy here.
Oh,
I mean, I know you're aware of it, right? Because you wrote some books about the,
yes.
the journey to
Mhm.
get to where you're at and who you are, and that energy, that you're feeling. I do want to share that. I do want to talk about that. So continue the story. Tell me what came first, as far as those go, and how that came about.
Okay, well, I'm almost to the book.
Okay. No worries.
um, And
I'm not rushing.
I wish I could see the comments. Oh, I guess I should turn it on. But
Yeah.
then I'm going to look over there instead of look at you. So,
That's okay. This is an interactive show, so feel free to, there's no rules, right? Like we make the rules. We create our own reality. We're here in this moment, you and me, and all of these amazing souls who are here to support us both. So,
and I feel I'm kind of looking at this, and
mhm,
I feel all that love. I do.
right?
That
I love it.
you're an empath. You know what that's like.
Yeah.
So my husband died, and what happened when he died is my spirituality got cracked wide open. All of a sudden, I'm seeing him all over the place.
Mm,
He's walking through the garage door. He's sitting in his big red chair. He's
mm,
looking down on me when I'm in the garden and I look up and see him. And I'm talking to him like he's there. And I had his jammies on the bed after he died, and I was laying on them. And I said, "Why did you leave? Why did you leave me?"
mm,
And he told me, "For your growth," which pissed me off. I was so angry. I said,
mm,
"I could grow with you here." And
mhm.
and I couldn't. So I was told, who tells you those things? I was told to write a book because I could help so many people. And I thought, this is so brutal. Anybody that you're deeply in love with, whether it's your husband, your wife, a partner, your parents, you go through devastating grief.
Mhm,
So I wrote my first book.
mhm.
And oh, there you go. Thank you. I was going to hold it up, and I don't have to. So the reason, the reason why I wrote it. I wrote it to help others. I wrote it if I could help just one person from what I'm going through, I wanted to
Mhm.
write this.
Yeah.
And I didn't want them to change the title because whoever dies first wins. That's how I felt.
Mhm, mhm,
They all died. They're up in the heavenly realms, and I'm
mhm.
left behind with the shards to pick up all the pieces. And I don't know where you are, Michael. Um,
I'm on. Oops. I meant to take the book out. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in New York.
okay, well, go back to the book for a
Yep.
second.
Yep. No worries.
So this is an iconic landmark off the Oregon coast, off Cannon
Oh.
Beach, and this is called Haystack Rock. And this is where we um, spent a lot of times together, walking the dogs, holding hands, being together. So that's
Mm.
what I wanted with my book.
Wow.
I wanted that. So, you know, you would. I always thought that when I wrote the book, it would get easier. But each time my first editor gave it back and said, "Oh, this is good. You need to add about 50% more content." I
Wow.
thought, holy God, 50%? That's a lot. So I added more, and I had another editor by that time, and he said, "Karen, people want to know about you." I go, "No, they don't. They don't. They don't need to know about me. They don't need to know about all my past and all this other stuff." But I
Mhm.
went in through all that. And the thing about my book, um, I never expected. I didn't know how it would do. And I got to tell you, Michael, and I got to quit doing this. Dang it. But sometimes I have a habit of minimizing myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I thought, who's going to read this? I'm a nobody. I'm
Mhm.
not, famous or anything.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be silly. I, you know, I, I I want to let you finish because I have some thoughts that are happening. So.
And I thought, who's going to read this book? And then I submitted it, and it became an international award-winning book.
Wow.
And I'm not going to cuss on your show, but I couldn't believe it. And I thought, okay, I wanted to help just one person. and I'm helping a lot of people. I need to take a breath. So can you
Yes.
talk? Can you talk
Yes,
for a
yes,
second?
absolutely. So what I wanted to
Okay.
say, what I wanted to say was like, first of all, like I didn't know about the story of the rock, of of place this image is. All I knew
Yeah.
was when I saw this image, immediately it held power, right? It was the visual of it, but it was also the title. Whoever dies first wins. That's a powerful title because it makes you think, like, well, wait a second, what does that mean? Right? And then again, for me, I mean, I can, I see the reflection, right? So for me, I can see that exactly what you were thinking at that moment. Like, well, you died and you're up in heaven. You've got it
Yeah,
made, right?
you
But
won.
you won, right? But the amazing part of this story is you here now and how much you're winning, right? Like you're actually like you I don't even know how to express this. Like I feel like
Oh,
you said oh here it is. You said if I help even one person with this book, well, you helped yourself. You helped yourself. And that was what unlocked the ability to help
yeah.
everybody else.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's just so powerful, Karen. I mean, I feel like, and I feel like you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yes, I agree. Our own brains are our worst enemies where we tell ourselves, "Oh, who's gonna care?" I
Right. Right.
I've been a producer, I'm a video and a photographer guy, and I never ever ever expected to be on this side of the camera talking to people and interviewing people. But
Right.
but it has brought
Right.
so much love and light into my life, and it has changed me so much, that I'm just so grateful for the opportunity, and that's how this show even came about. This is the second show that I'm doing now, holding space, and I just love it. I love the idea of holding space for the moment. It's holding space for you. It's holding space for the people who are here
Mhm.
receiving what you're saying, because what you're saying is important and people need to hear it, you know what I mean? And the right person is going to hear it. The right person's going to be here in the audience or
Right.
come across the replay, on YouTube. Um, you know, e- Everything happens for a reason, and I think
Ah,
that's where you're at. I think that that's what you found, through this whole experience is, you know, I survived through all of this for a reason.
yeah, I did. And my husband is constantly, and my parents telling me how proud they are I am, how proud they are of me, excuse me, how proud they are of me. Um, in addition to the book, um, I started a widows club in my area. And I wanted to think of something catchy other than widows club because it just sounds so, it doesn't sound pretty. And came up with Janda sisters because Janda, and I can't remember what country, means widow.
Okay.
And so that came next. So we meet once a month in support and love, and I've been doing that the last 5 years.
Amazing.
And then in addition, I started my own podcast too. I started doing just little reels, just little videos, and then all of a sudden I started interviewing people, and it was awesome. Like you, I loved it, and I learned so much. I learned so much about
Hmm.
people,
Hmm.
and I know my friends got tired of me saying, God, these psychic mediums, are the friendliest people, the nicest people you could meet.
Hmm.
But it's true. This community is absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So I found that. And then one thing about this book that I also want to tell you,
Hmm.
a lot of people, the, it's got a lot of content to it. It's not just a boo-hoo story, but it's a story of the phoenix rising because we all have stuff in our lives. Every
Hmm.
single one of us, has a story to tell. I
Hmm.
always tell everybody, write a book. Everybody has a story within them.
Yep.
And there's one chapter that stands out. When mom and dad died, people knew what to say, when a parent dies. But when you lose a spouse or someone really close to you, people don't know what to say. And so my widows and I, we came up with things, what to say to a widow and what not to say. Because there are some things that you just, they would say things and you would look at them and think, I mean, I had people tell me 2 years in, well, it's kind of time for you to move on. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? It's time to move on. Grief doesn't let go of you. Grief is going to be with you the rest of your life.
Mhm.
You grow around it, but it's still going to be there. You just don't move on. Oh my God, I'm shaking right now.
Mm,
Um, so can I read you a couple things out of here?
absolutely. Please do.
Okay, this is what, and you might have a differing opinion, or you might have something to add.
Okay.
But don't ask, how are you? Um, well, I feel like dying. I'm suffocating in grief and shock. So don't ask a widow how they're feeling. Um, call me if you need help. Hey, we need help. But you know how heavy that phone is? And we can't talk and we can't text. We are just a puddle on the floor. We can't do any of that. So please don't tell me to call you. And if you've done any of these things, please don't feel guilty. I don't want anybody to feel guilty. This one kills me.
Mm.
You're still young enough, beautiful enough, have many years left to meet someone else. I just lost my husband.
Hmm.
I'm not looking for another relationship. You know, that's the furthest thing from someone's mind. Your husband wants you to be happy. And you know what I wanted to say? Then he shouldn't have effing died. But, I didn't do that because they meant well. You have beautiful memories to sustain you. So those are what not to say, but
Mhm.
there's some things we could say too.
Okay.
Um, just tell someone, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You're in my thoughts. I've been keeping you and your family lifted in prayer. Tell the person grieving, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. My heart is breaking for you. Be honest. And then offer to help. Don't expect them to ask. Go over, cut their lawn, bring some food, put it on their doorstep. Just
Mm.
do it. Don't ask.
Mhm.
Because our brains are scrambled. I mean, they really are. You can't think. And there's something about grief that you lose your memory. I still have problems remembering things. You lose your memory. Kind of upset my son a bit because I would say things and forget, and then I'd tell somebody something and he would get upset about it. But you lose your memory.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So, oh, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I think it's very important what you're saying, and I think it's also important, and I know you do realize this. You even said, don't feel bad if you've ever done these things, right? Because you understand as the person who's in grief that they want to help, right? They're just trying to help.
They're
But
trying to
I
help.
think I think it's a good idea for people to think, just to take a second moment to think in the situation, right? I want to say something, but like for me, I would just open my arms and offer and say, just offer a hug. Like,
That's it.
do you want a hug? Can because there's so much power in that moment where you're holding somebody, especially if they're in grief, and you can just allow them to let go of it, like you can
Yes.
absorb some of it, you know what I mean? And I guess as an empath, I that's what happens to me, I feel it and I start to cry and I like, but that's good. It's like you're sharing it. It's like it's vibration. You know what I mean? And vibration is good, and
Yes.
vibration is everything. So when you're sharing a vibration, especially on that level of that moment, you know, I think that's what I would do. I would just offer the hug. But it's important for people, I think, to hear this and to remember, when someone's grieving, as much as you want to say something, it's usually better not to say anything, right? I
Oh,
love
I
you.
think a
I
hug is
love you. I love that one. That's great. I love
I
you.
love
Just
you.
just I love you, you know.
You're in my thoughts.
Yeah.
And Carl died when COVID was rampant.
Mm.
And I remember being out at my mailbox, and my neighbor Ivan, big buff guy, um, and he's from the South, so he always called me Miss Karen.
Mhm.
And he goes, "How are you, Miss Karen?" And I said, "Well, my husband just died." And that guy just came and gave me the biggest bear hug.
Mhm.
And I really hadn't been touched. And it felt so good. Just that connection and that love. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I can feel it. I could feel it. That's
Ivan was a good man. Well, he is a good man. He's still around.
yeah,
I just moved.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's great.
I'm
Wow.
shaking over here.
You're doing amazing, Karen. You're amazing. People and in the audience, by the way, I don't know if you're seeing the chat, but people are
Mhm.
responding just to your energy about how great it is. And I don't know what's going on. I think my screen is frozen here for some
You're
reason.
not freezing on my end.
Yeah, no, not frozen, not my video, but like I can't click any of the buttons. I'm trying to like bring up the chat and nothing.
Oh, Vivian. Yes, don't say hang in there.
Don't say hang in there.
That's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't move anything on my. All right, I can't click anything anymore for some reason. And I don't know why. But that's all right. Let's just I wanted to bring up your other book, but you didn't even get to the story yet from your other book. And I don't know what's going
Okay.
on.
Well, you want me to continue, or
Yeah,
you
you
need to
can.
figure
I'm
this out?
I'm trying to click around on my screen and nothing is working, so I don't know what's going on.
That's a little frustrating.
It is. It's very weird, especially live in the middle of a show. So
Well, I'm going to tell you, spirit is all around me right now. That's why I'm shaking. I'm not shaking because I'm nervous or scared or anything. It's because I am surrounded right now. And I'm freezing and I have a blanket on my lap. Okay, anyway, enough about me. Um, being a teacher, there are not a lot of books on grief. There are not people that work with children need them, hospice workers, ministers. There's not a lot of books on grief for kids. Hey, it's working now because I can see it moving. Oh, no, it's not. But anyway, I thought, okay, I want to write a children's book on grief. And so I did that. And if you want to bring up the other book, we can take a
in
look.
that I don't know if Kelly is in the back. If she is, that would be awesome. No, she's not back here. I would see her, but I can't. That's what I was trying to do. I can't seem
Well,
to
I got
flip
one
it.
right here.
There you go. There you go. And I can't even click it to make you bigger on the screen. I can't. Nothing is working. I don't even know how I'm going to end the show. When I try to click end, it's not going to work.
No, we're just going to go forever, Michael.
Yeah.
Didn't you know that?
I'm gonna go grab another mouse and see if that works. This mouse is working, but
And you're going to leave me here in the room. Okay,
yeah,
hi,
just for a
everybody.
I'm still here.
Oh, well, this is interesting.
There you go. Your worst fear. You're alive and you're alone.
No, I'm okay. I really am. I got
Good.
through.
I know
got
you are.
through it.
Of course,
I
I
got
know
through
you're.
it.
I know you're okay. And this is not working. Oh, no. Oh. Maybe I got it. Let's see. And please don't say hang in there. Yes. Okay. This mouse is working. Okay. I'm back in action.
We don't bite.
Yeah.
Remember, bite me.
Oh my God. Yes, I do remember Bite Me. Oh my God.
Okay. Should I hold the book up, or can you?
Yeah, hold on. Let me remove the other one and present.
Kim Princess, you're having fun. Well, good. I am too, believe it or not.
Awesome.
I just found out like an hour before this podcast that we're going live. I didn't know we were going live. And then I got terrified. Okay. But Michael, you have put me at ease so much. So thank you.
I'm so happy to hear that. That makes me feel good. Thank you.
Okay, this is my second book, and I do have a third book coming.
Awesome.
So it's Angel Paws on the Rainbow Bridge, a doggy's tale of love and hope. And those are my two doggies. The black one is Bean, and the brown one is Maddie. And those were the reason why I decided to stick around to take care of my dogs. But I'm really glad I didn't die. They are AI generated, but the book is not. Those are my words in the book. So I
Okay.
don't want anybody to think I wrote a book using AI.
The illustrations are generated.
The
Gotcha.
illustrations. What did I say? Did I say it wrong?
No, you said they are AI generated. So are those generated from photos of the dogs or just
Yes,
descriptions? Oh, awesome.
from
So those
photos.
are actually, so that's actually them. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually them. They're usually laying right here begging for cookies.
Mm.
But anyway, I wanted to have a book that a teacher, and I could see myself as a school teacher reading this book
Mhm.
and having a discussion with the kids in the circle, around me and
Mhm.
talking about it. And it's not a religious book. It's not a religious book. It the main thread running through it is even though someone leaves, dies, goes to the heavenly realm, you will be reunited into eternity
Mhm.
at another point in time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that was my second book, Angel Paws on the Rainbow Bridge.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm gonna digress for a minute.
Okay.
I talked to Psychic Sterling 2021 after a year after Carl died. And he said, "Oh, you're going to be writing 3 to 4 books." And I thought, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be writing books. And here I've written my second one, and then I got another one.
Amazing.
Oh, Kim, thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But and I'm not here trying to sell my book. Just so you know.
No. You know what? We're here to just kind of. I think the way I describe it on the live stream is we all have a puzzle piece, right? And we're all part of this big picture, and it's just about getting a chance to hold up your puzzle piece and just show who you are, not selling anything. I think there's some amazing stuff going on here. So I want to just back up a bit because I know Arnie Layton, who is one of the listeners of the show,
Mhm.
he related. I know his comment was way back about loss. Here it is. It's not easy. Same thing for me. Loss opened me up. And I feel like when Kelly told me you were going to be my guest, and I kind of looked at who you were and what your story was, I feel like that's the experience you went through, the death and the loss that you went through, connected you to the other side. I mean, like you said, you had connections when you were younger, but it was really when all of this happened
Yep.
that you were connected to the other side. And I think for a lot of people, I know, like my stepfather, for example, the fear of death is a very real thing and can affect the way you live your life. And it
Yes.
seems like you made this relationship with the other side and it just opened up your life. And I think that's what Arnie experienced as well. Like, now you're kind of experiencing life on this whole different level, making connections with people that kind of benefit from the energy and the stories and the experience that you're sharing and you're bringing to the table. I mean, it's like, that fear of, well, who am I, who's going to want to listen to me,
Right.
disappears because you do have a story. You are legitimately experience. You know what I mean? And that's
Mhm.
everything. I
Mhm.
mean, that's everything. We're all just holding space for one another, Arnie says, and that's exactly right.
We are holding space. Yeah, I don't fear death. I welcome death. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if I should share this. Um, I had early on a fella. I don't want to give too much information because you might figure this out. And he was talking about he was fabulous, and he had a near death experience, a shared death experience. He saw 9/11 before it happened,
Mhm, mhm,
and something else. I can't remember the third thing, the fourth thing.
mhm, mhm.
And Michael, I don't want to go there because I don't want to tell his story.
Okay, no worries. No
Okay.
worries. I do want to excuse me. I do want to make an introduction while we're here uh, to Kim Princess, who's here watching. I don't know if you know Kim.
I
Um,
don't know Kim.
Kim
Kim,
is
why don't I know you?
so Kim is and she says if I was a teacher I'd have this book in my classroom. So Kim is a viewer of the Sacred Spiral Network, and on
Okay.
my show a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, I was just saying, hey, if you have a story and you want to share it, reach out. And she was on the fence. She was kind of the same thing. Well, nobody's going to want to hear my story, but she did. She reached out to me, and she lost her father at a young age, and she's got some psychic connections. She's reading tarot now. And I said, why would you think this isn't interesting? This is a great story. And I had her on my show, and the show was all about creating your own reality, right? And the idea that she reached out to me and now is on my show, she was creating her own reality. And on that show,
Mm-hmm.
she got invited to be a guest on Michael Christopher's show and Jennifer Rose's show. And I think you
You
should
go,
invite her.
Kim.
I think you should invite her on your show.
You know
Um,
what? That somebody said that too.
and somebody said that. And actually, they're also asking for the name of your podcast. So what's the name of your podcast?
Oh, I guess I should tell you that.
Yeah,
Inner Realms, Outer Journeys.
I love it.
And Kim, I would love you to come on my show. And there was something that just went by, and I wanted to look at that. What do you mean you know me, girl? I know you, Kim. How do
There
you
you
know me?
go. There you
Don't be
go.
winking at me.
And your hair, by the way, you got a lot of compliments about how how awesome your hair is, and people love it when you're fixing your hair. People love it.
Oh, they do?
Yes,
The kids at
you
school
got a
like
whole thing going, Karen. People are loving it. You got a whole thing going.
the kids at school liked it when I played with my hair.
So Kim says you're the reason she discovered Nico and Noah.
But how did you find me?
She watches the Sacred Spiral Network. She's she's a fan of the network.
Very
That's how
cool.
she found me. That's how she found me. And there you go.
That's how you know me, Kim. Okay, we're gonna get to know each other better.
And you know what? I feel like that's actually pretty cool, because the Sacred Spiral plays a part in that whole creating reality, right? The Sacred Spiral is also creating a reality, creating this community of people, where
Mhm.
people show up, and a show pops up, and maybe it's not a show they've seen before, but they're like, oh, Sacred Spiral, this is going to be good. And I'll tell you, it usually is.
Well, Jennifer Rose is the one that led me to Sacred Spiral.
Awesome.
She is the one that led me here. So thank you, Jennifer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a great place. It's a great place to tell stories. So where are you at now? You have your podcast. What do you do on your podcast? I know I saw Nico on the podcast.
Yes. That was another thing. Entering a world. I'm a boomer. I'm not techie. I'm not anything like that. And I hated taking selfies. And now I'm going to be on a camera. Are you kidding me? So there were a lot of things that I didn't like about all of this. And oh, Jennifer, I love you too. You know that so much. And so I started doing a little blurb and telling writing about myself and who I was, and putting down my website, so which is karen.bonofiglio.health.beauty, so people could see, and my book.
Yeah.
And I would go online and I would read about people, and if I was led to them, I would send them that, and then people started wanting to be on the podcast.
Very
And boy, I look at the first few, mini podcasts, and I think, oh,
good. Yeah.
I was so green,
Yeah.
and I was nervous, and I'd have a stack of questions, and now it just flows like a conversation.
I love it.
And I think the highest compliment I got, a couple men were really nervous about being on my show. And they go, oh, Karen, it was just like I was having a cup of coffee and we were talking. And I thought, good, I want people to feel relaxed. And I feel relaxed on your podcast.
And so you understand how much that means to me when you say it, because
Yeah.
it's just, and that's what it's all about, right? A lot of times I'll have a guest and they'll reach out to me beforehand, like, well, what are we going to talk about, and what are we going to do? I said, we're just having a conversation. We're just going to talk, and it's going to be awesome. And all you got to do is show up. And that's really kind of like my philosophy in life. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is going to happen unless you show up. You've got to show up. And
Yeah.
of course, you've got to show up with good intentions and goodwill. But
Mhm.
showing up is the first part of that, and I think it's really important. And I think society has really kind of, a lot of people don't show up because society doesn't teach us to. I think you need to really focus and learn it yourself and make effort to do it. Um,
Well,
yeah.
and I know from what I've gone through, I am not the same person I was before my husband's death.
Mhm,
It guts you, it eviscerates you,
mhm,
and all of a sudden you're vulnerable. You're
mhm.
vulnerable to everything. And my kids have made comments on it, like, "Mom, you're so chill." And so I'm a Virgo and a retired school teacher, so I was pretty. No, it changes you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it hopefully changes you for the better.
yeah,
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 yeah. I think that's that's probably pretty common, right? The first part of life kind of is like filling you up with all of these beliefs, and then you got to start to break those beliefs down and be like, wait a second, that's not really how it is. And you got just got to open yourself up, and that's what I think this whole metaphysical realm is about. It's about, kind of like outside of the norm that we've been told how things are. And I think quantum physics is coming into play and telling us, wait a second, reality isn't exactly what we thought it was. And I
right.
think, it's super exciting for me to be a part of this moment in time for humanity. As much as, I might open up the window and look outside and see this craziness going on, right, with the politics and all of that. But I close my window, I get to the Sacred Spiral Network, and I'm in a community of people who all believe that we're in
Right,
this together. You know what I mean? That love is the answer, you
and
know?
supportive and loving.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you might want to take a gander at my channel because I have some people on that I've interviewed that are not on Sacred Spiral,
Oh,
and
cool.
they're fabulous. They're
Is
just,
that I know I have your website going across the bottom there. Is your YouTube channel on your website? People can get to it from there?
I don't think so. I
No?
haven't updated my website.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we can talk about that. I'm a website guy. I can help you with that if you need.
Oh,
But you should yeah,
seriously?
but you should definitely have your YouTube channel on your website for sure.
Yeah. And my second book, but I don't have that either.
Mm,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Yeah.
I would love to talk to you at some point in time.
Cool. Cool. We definitely will.
Oh, Kim, yeah, I've been on I've been crying on Jennifer's spiritual services every time. I always,
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
always try to just keep a low profile and, be incognito, but my husband comes through all the time.
Doreen is
He's
saying
pushing.
love is it for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a, I remember when I met Jennifer before I actually knew her. I had signed up for one of her services, and I didn't get the link or something, so I couldn't go to it. But then we became friends after that, and then we're like, she was on my show and all of that. So I never got to actually check out one of her Sunday services. I gotta check it out. I love, I think for me, it really, my life started to change when I added a practice into my life. It was a meditation practice with a good friend of mine who was like leading meditations, and he had gone through a hypnotherapy class and he become a hypnotist, and then he started doing meditations. And that, I think, weekly commitment to going to that group meditation really helped. you know
Mhm.
but then, again, you learn simple things like at the beginning of the show, we just did 3 breaths together, right? And
Oh,
how
awesome.
cleansing was that? Just like to
Mhm,
get us into the
mhm.
right spot. We all settled in, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Set me at ease too, which I appreciated
Awesome.
because grief is a hard topic to talk about because
Mhm.
you feel it. It rises back up in you. And somebody had made a comment, I think it was Diane or Diana, about losing her spouse. And I just wanted to tell her I'm holding her close in my heart when I read that, but it kind of disappeared and I didn't get to
Yeah.
do it.
We all are. We all are. And that, again, that's, I think that's the thing here, right? No matter what we're talking about, whether we're up, whether we're down, we're all holding each other close. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And that's what it feels like. You said, I feel it, just looking at the people's names and the different comments and all of the heart emojis that people put into their messaging. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
really authentic. It's very good. And Kim is saying it's so hard. Grief is
Oh,
definitely hard. Um, and I think for me, there was a couple of weeks I was going around. It wasn't any sort of major loss that I had experienced, but it was adversity in general. And I think adversity in general, it helps you grow. It helps you grow. You know what I mean? When you're going through something, when you get to the other side of it, it's like, man, that was tough, but I feel so much better. I feel like I can handle anything. Um, when I went to Costa Rica, we did the ice bath, 5 minutes. It was just 5 minutes in that ice bath, but it was like
did you submerge?
I did. I mean, up to my neck,
Oh,
yeah.
God, no.
It was very difficult.
Sorry. Mm-mm. I'll go to the ice bar, not the ice bath.
Very nice, very nice.
I didn't pick up a picture of my husband. Just going to show you. Can you see?
Oh, hold on. Let me make you big there. There you go.
Well, he was such a good, handsome man.
Yes, very handsome.
Yeah, he was.
Very-
And I want to read you something that I wrote under this picture, and then I want to read what he said to me at the ending of my book.
Okay.
I said, for Bono. Bono was my nickname from Bonofiglio.
Yeah, yeah.
And Carl didn't want anyone to call him Bono except for me. And now, since I call him Bono, everybody calls him Bono. So he has to share that name. I wrote for
Mm,
Bono, my love, my life, my everything. You were here and then you were gone. I lost my breath, my spark, my essence. Yet you gave it back to me again from behind the veil. And then we have an excerpt of what he had channeled to me. And he told me, I leave you, but I'm not gone. I'm the sunshine on your face, the love in your heart, the smile on your lips, and the laughter from your soul. I am forever with you.
mm.
I love you, Karen, with every part of my being. And my editor goes, Karen, you put a quote in your book, and he didn't like me putting quotes because they had to be approved. I go, yeah, it's mine. I'm not going to sue myself. So he put it in for me.
Wow. Can I tell you I want to thank him for being here tonight.
Yeah, he's here all the time, Michael.
Yeah, I feel him. I feel him.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy. I'm really happy that he was here, and I'm happy that you were here. And I got to tell you, I was surprised when Kelly said, "Oh, Karen's a little nervous because you're going live and she's not used to live." You're amazing. You don't seem nervous. You seem totally fine. There's no reason to be nervous. Everybody here loves you. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. I can't wait to check out more of your show.
Well, thank you.
You're definitely doing the right thing. And I relate. You know what I mean? I never expected to be here. And this is just such a great place to be,
Yeah,
a
here we
great
are.
place to share love, to connect to an amazing community that's so supportive. You guys, man, oh man, thank you guys so much. I can't even keep up with the chat room
Very
anymore. Like I try to keep up and I can't even keep up because everybody's like talking to each other and like loving each other and showing up late, like Angelo just showing up, season's greetings, #live. Very nice. Awesome. Well, you're awesome to talk to, Karen. And
Oh, thank you so much.
I
As are you, Michael.
thank you. I
Yeah.
definitely want people to check out your podcast and your website, karenbonofiglio.com. And just
I'm sorry I didn't even get my inner realms up there. Oh well. Live and
oh,
learn.
wow, it's not on your website.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. I just have it whenever I'm on Sacred Spile, it just keeps going on the banner too. So
Oh, in around the YouTube channel.
yeah, the YouTube channel goes up.
Oh, you know what? I can do that. I can do that real quick so people can see it.
Can you?
Yeah, of course. So it's YouTube, and then it's Inner Realms, Outer Journeys, right? Inner
It
Realms.
might be Karen Bonofiglio. The title is, I don't know. Kelly, where are you? I need you.
I'm gonna find it while we're working here. See, I actually just we came up. I see us live on YouTube right now. But here it is. It's here it is. I'm gonna put
Did
the
you find it for
yep.
me?
I'm gonna put the YouTube up, and I'm actually gonna. You know what else I'm gonna do? I'm,
Much love to you,
I'm
Arnie.
gonna share it. Yeah, Arnie's great.
Of
Um,
course, Trudy. We will
we're
be
all here holding space cadets. I love that. That's great, Evelyn. Holding space cadets.
Oh, there's Kelly.
So hold on a second. I'm going to hide the current banner here off, and I'm going to make a new banner. And this is going to
He's
be
a techie genius, so he can help me, which is really nice, Michael. Thank you for the offer.
and then
You
here we
don't know what you're offering.
go. All right. So there's Karen's YouTube page. So you can
Kelly, you're a genius. Gosh, you guys are wonderful. You are. You're just beautiful.
and there
We need prayers for somebody's daughter.
yes. There we
Trudy,
go. And I
Trudy,
just subscribed. You see that? Look, live right there. Boom. I
did you
just subscribed.
subscribe?
I
Thank
just
you.
subscribed to your YouTube page. Yes.
Please like, subscribe, share.
Awesome. Karen, thank you so much for being my guest. Thank you for being live with me.
My
And
pleasure.
I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'm sure that we will.
Okay,
I'm more than certain that we will cross paths again.
I think so.
Very
Thank you, Michael, so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So on Thursday, live stream of consciousness, I have Arnie Layton on my show, an amazing mystic shaman. I don't know what you would call him. He's just an amazing guy. He's a light in the dark. He creates his own tarot decks. He's creating some amazing music
Ooh.
and music videos now. So we're gonna have a fun time on the live stream of consciousness. But until then, guys, have a great night. I will see you later. Peace.